call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Cardinals will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Clemson Tigers offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. On the move at the 30. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. That's exactly what this guy embodies.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Clemson jumps to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They're going to ride this running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. This quarterback needs to stay true to his mechanics. He just sort of heaved it up off the back foot.
And these mechanics are crazy. You see all these quarterbacks on the field with towels before games and doing that little salsa thing that you see quarterbacks with their lips, popping through. But it makes sense because you have to have that good, strong base underneath you. Otherwise, you start to sail that football and miss your target.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals offense will get the ball for the first time. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock, old school. 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs. On
2nd down, he'll fire. Pulls it in. It's Church. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wants to throw on third. And the quarterback is snowed under. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. The give out of the gun. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Quick completion to the right. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got some room into the goal line.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside coverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Tigers will try to punch it in on first and goal. He'll toss it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Clemson. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quickly complete. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call, perfect time, and obviously executed.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Church. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Keeps it going. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Got the quick completion. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Clemson is quick to the line. Off play action on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He finds his man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Working that left side now. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Coming after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to San Jose State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're getting this guy lathered up. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to...
Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tiger.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing. and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends with an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you throw it to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it down the seam.
I tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He's going to pass. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Let's go.
He'll just keep slinging it. Into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tiger!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And they swarm him under. And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it through the air. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Church. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The short hands, it's Newsome. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Green 25.
He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Church. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals. The AT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Penn. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Snags it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. Underneath toast to coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. That should move them closer to this elusive 2nd win of the year as they build this 4th quarter lead.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line. on 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to...
Is the running back.
Running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here.
Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with a dub.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about.